We're back.
Hello.
We're back.
Hope everybody had wonderful holidays and New Year and all that.
We're back.
Do our voices sound normal?
We're back. We're back. What ad did you guys get? Let us know. 17-year-old high school student dropout. You don't look like a dropout. He's got a castle, and there's a girl in a bikini.
There's a booty.
Booty, and I don't know. What ad did you guys? I don't know what our ad is for. It's for some rich kid who's got money because he's in like a castle with
Wix.
Oh, is it for Wix? Is
no,
it
theirs?
Theirs is for Wix. Ours might be for Wix.
Now he's not wearing a shirt. Now he's got classic cars.
Oh,
I'm gonna skip this.
Okay. For those who are not aware, I keep saying we recently got monetized, but we've been monetized for what, like 5 months now. Every time that you guys get an ad, it gives us a couple pennies, which benefit our production of videos. You might notice that our Christmas tree is gone. That is because we are doing, well, obviously because Christmas is over, but we're also doing some remodeling. You might notice that the area is a little bit cleaner. We're going to be doing some painting and some renovating and all that fun stuff. So how was everybody's holiday? For those who are joining us for
Jacqueline acknowledged it.
Oh, yeah. For those who are joining us for the very first time, we hang out for the first 10 minutes of every video. That way everyone has a chance to get online. We can share news. We have some news for you guys today. Bubbers destroyed it. Hello from the Ukraine. Hello. Oh, your phone is making noises.
It's you.
Let's see. So glad Christmas is over. It was great. Took a vacation. Yeah, so did we.
Solid week off. Yeah, us too.
We took some time off. So I'm glad that Jacqueline acknowledged him, because otherwise I was just not going to acknowledge him. I was just going to let him sit here. This is what our daughter picked out for Mark for Christmas. It's called what's it called? A fuggler. And we got it at Target. So fugglers, I don't know. It's creepy, but that's what our 6-year-old wanted to get.
I like it. It's weird because you can do all sorts of weird stuff. It's like her when she wakes up in the morning.
That is. I posted a picture of him on Instagram. For those who don't follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Starla, K, the letter K, more. All right. So news for those who don't follow Renae Christine, or you just didn't watch the most recent video that she uploaded today. Over the holiday break, myself and a few of Renae's like OG besties created a video thanking her for everything that she's done. I went ahead and linked that video down in the description. That way, after this video, you can go check it out and show her some love, because if it was not for her, I would not be here today. So be sure to check out her reaction to the video that we created for her. Another big, huge, congrats that I want to give out is to Amber Marie. Amber, are you here? She might not be here. Amber Marie won our Handmade Alpha Academy Alpha of the Year Award.
Congratulations.
Congrats to Amber. She's going to be receiving an actual Handmade Alpha Academy trophy to display in her workshop. She's going to be receiving an $800, what DSL?
It's a Canon, I believe. I can't remember the exact model offhand.
I can't remember what DSLR.
Nice new DSLR camera.
Yeah, we're sending her a DSLR camera. And she's also going to get a showcase in the Handmade Alpha Academy. So that's super duper exciting. Be sure to congratulate Amber if you see her. Obviously, she's been like one of the biggest inspirations to many of our alphas. And you guys are actually the ones who voted for her inside the Handmade Alpha Facebook community, which if you're not a member, that is also linked down below. Totally free to join. Be sure to pop in there and congratulate Amber on her epic win this week.
There she is.
There she is. There's Amber. So another cool thing, Mr. Moore got me a new DSLR for Christmas, and I haven't taken any product photos with it yet. What did I get? The D750?
Yep. Nikon D750.
Yeah, I haven't taken any. I'm not going to get my lens out or anything. I haven't taken any product photos with it yet, but if you guys want to check out, we did a local show with one of his longtime childhood friends. He's in a band and his friend's in a band, and I
reunited after like more than 10 years.
There was like shotgunning beers and all kinds of craziness that you would expect at a show with young adults. But I took some really cool shots, and a lot of them are blurry just because when you go to a metal show, people are moving nonstop. But even with them moving, like the quality of the photos with them moving around were amazing. So if you guys want to check those out, I actually have an old photography page from where I would just, shoot photos for my friends. But if you want to see the actual quality of the photos with this particular camera, you can type in Starla More Photography on Facebook and find just goofy little photo shoots that I've done for friends.
Yep.
Please don't try to book me. I don't
we don't do that.
I don't do that anymore.
She shoots for her business and for me.
Yeah. So if you are interested in just seeing the actual quality of the photos for this particular DSLR, feel free to check that out. I will say that taking high school photography is the only thing that got me through learning this camera without having to take a course. So if you're used to a point and click camera, expect to need to take like a Udemy course, pay like $11.99 for a quick, or watch some YouTube videos, because it is a learning curve if you have never used a camera of this magnitude.
An actual professional photography camera.
Yeah, if you've never had to use like, lenses and you've taken photos with your cell phone like your entire life, you will need to practice with it, but it is well worth it. So I'm very excited to see like what we can do with this, because I'd like to record some videos with it. We've got a new Rode boom mic.
Yeah, we also got a
GoPro.
Yeah, GoPro Hero 7 Black for recording videos.
Yeah.
So everything should be coming together.
In our last unboxing, we actually did use the GoPro for that. So if you watched our last unboxing video, that was all shot with a GoPro.
Yeah, and these videos will start getting good here soon too, because we're getting 3-point lighting. So all of our lighting will be professional. All of our videos will be a lot more clear. Yeah. Audio will be a lot better. Everything. We're trying to improve everything for y'all. Yeah, because we're getting, that's what I said was, we got the channel monetized so we could grow the channel, so our quality would be better for you guys. So super duper exciting. And I think other than the remodeling, I think that is all of our news. So I want to go ahead and go in and talk about kind of what we're going to be discussing today with the trends. Be aware that trends are going to be really hard this early in the year. So this trend video isn't going to be as big as my previous trend videos, because normally you have to wait. We are right at the beginning of 2019. So it's going to be really hard for me to predict exactly what is going to trend. But I do have a really, full list of sources and colors, not just, some of the Pantone colors that you are probably aware of, like Living Coral, which we will be talking about, but the ways that you can kind of apply these colors, and some of the trends that I'm noticing that are lingering from winter, and also some of the trends that are suddenly emerging, which all the trend sites that I normally check, or the sites that I scour for trends, I'm noticing most have not updated, and most still have Christmas and New Year's stuff. But I'm also noticing a lot of new things that are just popping up. But as we do like the screen sharing today, you are going to see a lot of the old holiday stuff that just hasn't been taken down yet. But I do also, something new is I have colors categorized by season. So not only do I have 2019 winter trends in terms of colors, but I also have spring and summer color trends that you guys are going to be seeing, which means I think this is the first video that we've ever done in terms of trends that looks that far ahead. So super duper exciting. You'll need to do one of these videos on that stuff. On what stuff? Oh, on the camera specifically? We're not professionals by any means.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm having to learn a lot. And the thing is, you have to be able, focus just comes with practice, especially if you're doing a manual focus on a moving subject, which, most of the time you guys are just going to be doing product photos. But on moving subject, it's almost like trying to catch a fish. You have to just constantly move that lens and make sure that you're getting that subject focused in, which is why most of the photos from the show I wasn't even able to post because they were so blurry. But the good ones that I got were so good that it was just amazing. So I
just started a YouTube channel, so I'd be super interested in seeing what you use for your recording setup in HAA.
HAA, the actual slides that I do in HAA, or because I don't really do a lot of face to camera video.
The microphone's a Blue Yeti USB.
Yeah. Do you want to hold up the mic for them?
No, because it'll be super loud.
Oh yeah, you guys would end up.
They're very sensitive microphones.
You guys can see it in some of my Instagram pictures. In fact, I posted a picture of the Fugler doll.
As long as you know how to switch your audio sources on your computers, it's idiot proof. It's really easy to do. It's literally plug and play. Plug it in, let it install its stuff, and you're done.
Yeah.
So as long as you know how to turn it on, you're good.
All right, guys, it is noon on the dot. Today, we're going to be talking about 2019 trends. Now, and as I mentioned before, this list is not nearly as big as some of our previous lists have been because 2019 is just starting. A lot of these trends are just things that I've noticed naturally. I got to talk to a lady at a furniture store a few days ago, and she kind of told me about some of the colors that she's noticing. So that's all really, really exciting. But first, I'm going to go over the list of themes. That way you can jot them down. And then I'm going to show you photo examples. So we're going to go over the list so you guys can write them. And then I will screen share with you. That way you can get some context as to how these will be applied. So one of the big themes that I noticed on Target and that I've been noticing on more like trendy sites is the hashtag current mood. Hashtag current mood. So basically, everything that I'm seeing has witty quotes like current mood, tired, current mood, you know. I'll have to show you some examples of that one because that one's a little bit harder to define, but keep that one in mind. Just hashtag current mood. And you could use it as a hashtag. You could just put hashtag current mood on something, or you could, when we go into the actual examples, you'll be able to see what exactly that means on target.com. So another big trend right now is self-care. That's always trending, but right now I think that people are embracing it a lot more, especially I feel like after the holidays.
Care trends kind of go in and out. Like,
yeah,
working out was the big trend for a little while, and you know, half of the people stuck with it, the other half just kind of eat better now. But now actual like skin care, hair care, even for men, is starting to become a pretty big thing.
And you know, things like that, spa products.
Like bath bombs was pretty big 2-3 years ago. They got really huge, and they've kind of stayed around.
Yeah. So self-care, if you're in any, you know, bath and body industries, or if you create, we'll say candles, you might want to jump on the positioning of self-care and talking about self-care more, and really embrace in your marketing the idea of taking care of yourself, because these aren't necessarily all trends that you have to create products around. These could be just the way that you market products that you already create. If you create fuzzy slippers, you could talk about self-care. If you create blankets, you could talk about self-care. There's a million ways that you could, you know, incorporate that, which I'll show you some more examples on Target.
Elena Kelly said beard care is huge. Yeah.
Yes. Beard care, mustache.
Nice conditioned beard thanks to Clean and Dirty.
Yep. Clean and Dirty by Paula Haas. She sent us some beard oil for Mr. Moore.
Nice and manly smelling.
Yes. So another one right now is winter cozy. Obviously that will kind of fade out, and I'm noticing that all of the winter cozy, like fuzzy blankets, slippers, you know, just cozy pillows, all in neutral colors, white, gray, very light beige, just straight neutrals, cozy. All of the cozy pictures, photos of women in fuzzy robes on beds with fuzzy slippers on, cuddled up with all the twinkle lights, but they're all neutral colors, which is consistent. That's been around. We talked about this in the fall. We talked about it in the winter. So that's just another thing that's remaining consistent, but it's always in neutral. So keep that in mind. Plaid's going to last all through winter, and it doesn't just have to be like lumberjack plaid. I even saw a plaid mug, and it was pink and white plaid. So keep that in mind for winter. If you're releasing any products in January, you could even play with it in February and do almost like a Valentine's plaid. So just keep those in mind. Corgis right now. Corgis are always big, but corgis I've noticed on firebox.com are appearing a lot in their new section, which is where I usually look on Firebox.
There's my dude who was talking about. What's up, Nate?
What's up, Nate? Nate.
Looking all fancy in your picture.
Nate is a new business partner for a different business venture, but we won't talk about that yet because that's a secret, but he's a business partner. And then 70s decor is getting so huge, and I love and hate it because I am not for all this velvet furniture that I'm suddenly seeing everywhere. Not just velvet furniture, guys, but emerald velvet furniture and mustard velvet furniture and like just and navy velvet furniture. And the first thing that I think when I see velvet furniture is how destroyed it would get in our house. Because if you guys have pets, you know that velvet and cat hair and dog hair just don't mix at all. No. So, and they're always the darkest colors. The colors this year, wait until we get into the colors of the year. They're crazy. But like navy velvet would not work if you have light colored animals. But that's getting huge with pillows, with furniture. So 70s decor, but 90s fashion. I don't know why, but 90s fashion is huge right now. All of the, just the traditional crazy colors, the windbreakers, the fanny packs.
Stop it, Amber.
Stop. Amber.
Me too, Amber.
Behave.
My grandparents in Pittsburgh have velvet patterned wallpaper from the 70s.
Oh, they're trendy now. They are right on trend now. 70s decor, 90s fashion.
Be all shag carpet and velvet.
Whoa. Shag carpet's back too. Shag carpet.
Please don't.
Eucalyptus, guys. That really light, almost, have you ever had eucalyptus and it's kind of powdery? It's got that white kind of powdered coating on it. That powdery, pale eucalyptus is huge. I'm seeing it in wreaths. I'm seeing it in just used for staged photos with skincare. So if you're taking photos of products, if you were to lay some eucalyptus in the photos, or if there's any way that you could incorporate eucalyptus into your product, eucalyptus visually, not scent wise, is huge right now.
Oh, and our parents have bright orange shag carpet to go with the velvet wallpaper.
Ooh,
oh, good Lord.
Growing up, my grandma had bright orange couches and bright salmon colored walls. And I just cannot stop thinking about how, with the Pantone color of the year, how she would just be so in trend right now. But as a kid, I just thought it was the most atrocious thing ever. And then the last major theme that we're seeing, and you are going to crack up when you see it trending on Target here in a few minutes, doormats. And not just, will you tell this California person, go away, please? Say go away.
Go away.
Hello.
Thank you. Telemarketers. Don't buy a $1 domain from GoDaddy. They'll sell your phone number if you don't buy the $18 insurance. We figured that out the hard way. All right, the last thing is doormats. And these are those, those doormats that are made out of that, what's that straw-like material? I know some of our alphas make them, but that brown, like wickery, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like the doormats that are made out of that, almost like those little stick fibers, those natural fibers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are trending so crazy hard right now with like cute little quotes on them. And when we go on to Target's, what's it called?
We got about 5 different things, but jute is, I believe, what it is.
Well, there's a million words for it, and they're in the comments. So
twine, Rafata, hessian, sisal, seagrass.
Well, those particular doormats are super duper popular right now. So we'll show you some pictures of those. Let's talk about colors, guys. And those don't go well with chicken poop. I wouldn't imagine they'd go well with any poop. What, like wiping your feet?
What poop goes good on it?
What poop would complement this doormat?
I prefer goat poop.
Goat poop, dog poop. All right, so let's talk about colors. And with these, if you're writing these down, make sure that you're also writing down the season that they go with. Now, this is not to say that these will only apply for these particular seasons, because I'm sure that they'll stretch out for like spring and summer. But the winter seasons, they do have a potential to die out. So cranberry, I know that I've called it burgundy, and another, I think that it's also called Jester Red is what Pantone's calling it, but that cranberry shade, that nice dark burgundy, is huge. I have a burgundy beanie, and I bought some burgundy Vans to match, and I'm seeing that burgundy color everywhere. It's in home decor, it's in fashion, so keep that color in mind. I think it's officially called cranberry. Emerald, still huge. We talked about that last season, but emerald is massive. I'll show you guys some great examples. It's a really rich deep dark green, and it's almost got like a bluish color to it, and navy. And there's a very specific shade for Pantone's like specific color of navy. But I'm noticing that it's kind of varying because I'm also seeing like the rich navy that we're used to. So those are the winter colors. Oh, there's one more. And then almond duff is what Pantone calls it. But basically it's just a light beige. Grab your Fugler. It's almost like
kind of, they won't be able to tell. That's just gray to them.
Yeah, it's kind of that color. So just a real light, neutral beige.
In
So
between beige and gray.
And that's the only really light color. The cranberry, emerald, and navy, all three of those are bold, dark colors. And then there is that almond duff. So you could kind of balance those out. All right, so let's talk about spring and summer. Everybody knows, hopefully, that Living Coral is the color of the year. It is Pantone's official color of the year. And usually you see this color emerge in
Whiskey and Cats. I can't bring it up on the screen.
Whiskey and Cats.
That's what it says. Somebody asked.
So normally you'll see that color emerge in prom dresses. You'll see it emerge in shoes, especially Nike. Nike usually jumps on the color of the year. You'll see it emerge in stationery and greeting cards. You'll see it at Hallmark. You'll see it in home decor. You'll see it at Target. So Living Coral is obviously that really salmon color, and I'll show you some good examples of that. But another one that's starting to emerge for spring and summer is called Terraria Moss, is what Pantone has called it, Terraria Moss. And it is more of an olive green, so a lighter olive. And you're expecting to see that to start to emerge in spring and summer. So it's kind of, I think it's not so much being used as a military chic color this year. Last
year, it's darker than olive drab.
Yeah, last year military chic was really big, but this year I'm noticing that color more in like the what are the onesies, like the full body, like what are the grown-up onesies called? You know what I'm talking about. I'm seeing those in onesies. I'm seeing them in home decor and in jewelry and jackets.
Grown-up onesies.
What are they called? I don't know. I'm not going to get naked to pee, so I'm not going to wear one. Let's see. And that's spring and summer. Rompers. Yes, rompers. Toffee, which is, we talked about coffee being a color during the fall, like a dark, rich brown, but now it's toffee, which reminds me more of a reddish, leathery brown. It's a really, really reddish, bright brown. And I'll show you some examples of that too. But I'm seeing it in jackets. I'm seeing it in home decor. And I'm seeing it in that velvet. I'm seeing a lot of velvet in that color. So it's called toffee. Fiesta, which is a super duper bright in your face orange, like brighter than Etsy orange. And that's expected for spring and summer. I'm even seeing wedding decor in Fiesta, and Aspen Gold, which is the brightest sunshine yellow ever for spring and summer. I'm seeing it in dresses. I'm seeing it in big statement jewelry pieces and bangles. I'm seeing it in lamps and couches. I'm seeing it in handbags. So bright, vivid yellows. And then the very last one, I actually talked to a lady at a furniture store, not when I went with you, when I went with Mom. Oh. And I noted to her that all of the furniture at this furniture store was gray. And she said, yeah, she said, that's like what everybody's buying right now. So we just keep getting it in. And the whole furniture store, and when you and I went back, didn't you notice how everything in the furniture store was gray? So what I'm noticing is neutral shades for home decor, white walls, white, accents, white and gold accents, but then gray couches, gray blankets, gray pillows.
I'm glad too, because it makes it so easy to make things look clean.
Yeah, because we have a gray living room, so all we shop gray.
Always looks clean.
We just bought gray couches, and it has like gray accent pillows and things. So grays. All right, guys. Ooh, let me get off my foot. I always sit on my foot and then it falls asleep. I don't know why my face looks so red. It looks like really weird. So let me go ahead and show you guys some of these photos. Oh, these colors sound like my kitchen in the 70s.
Think like early 90s, like in movies, Empire State Building, where the entire thing was gray and tan and gold. Like that super clean, upper class early 90s look is what's really popular.
All right, guys, I'm going to share my screen with you. So I'm not going to be able to see I'm not going to be able to see my chat for a few minutes, but I want you guys to be able to see these actual colors. So I need to go into application window.
Not great for kids with so many light colors. Yeah.
Let me switch over here. All right. So
present to everyone.
Let me know. Let me go ahead and shrink this down. Yeah, they can see it. Okay.
They can see it. You don't have to full screen it, I don't think.
It'll be bigger if I do. All right. So here's the current mood. And this is in like culture trends, but always running late. But first, coffee. Nope. Because tacos, grateful, happy. So current mood, things that have to do with moods. And you can find all of these on Target under finds. And you can go through if you're curious about any of these, if you want to dive deeper. But these are all current moods with cute little sayings and words. So keep that in mind. Hashtag current mood. If you make anything with quotes or greeting cards or clothing, this might be something that you want to use to hashtag your products. It might be an idea for product lines. You can even see some colors in here that might be good to use. So let's go ahead and scroll down. Ways to recharge your metaphorical batteries. So this all goes into self-care. We've got journals. So if you create anything in like the stationery world or journaling, you might want to use self-care as a way to market this season. There's lip scrubs. We can see some candles, some succulents, mugs, some aromatherapy. Let's see. Let's scroll down. And we'll go more into this page here in just a minute. So here's some New Year's. This, like I said, we've got a couple older ones. I'm noticing that matching pajamas were really big this holiday. They were big last holiday too. So that might be something to just keep in mind for next year, because I'm sure that that's not something that's going to die out if you guys end up wanting to plan for next year. See, scroll down past all the holiday stuff. So here's a little bit of that kind of cozy. And obviously this is holiday, but it's going to last all throughout winter. You can see all these nice neutral colors. We've got some fuzzy UGG looking boots and a wooden looking mug and a fuzzy pillow. And you see all these really soft neutral colors again. So neutral cozy. Scrolling down, mugs are trending like hardcore right now. Mugs with quotes on them. I'm noticing them everywhere. Will this let me scroll? Oh, no, it won't. Scrolling through. Here's those examples of some plaid. And like I said, this is not just, your Christmas plaid. We're seeing a very fall-oriented plaid here. Here's a pink plaid and white mug. Here is more of a spring, kind of colorful plaid. This is more of a spring outfit too. So keep plaid in mind. Scrolling down, here's an example of that cranberry color, which we're going to be looking at more later. But we can see it in fashion. We can see it in home decor. We can see it in stationery. So that's definitely something to also take note of. And I think that that might be it. Oh, and gold, which I think we already discussed a little bit, but gold accenting is still big. Notice that gold isn't really a major showcase, but you're seeing it in subtle ways, like in the legs of the chair, in the rim around the clock, in the actual base of this little end table. So gold. All right, so let's go ahead and hop over to the actual Instagram feed for Target. These are things that people have hashtagged. And obviously a lot of these are going to be holiday seasonal photos. But look how many of these rugs there are. Once again, we see some of that neutral decor that we've been talking about. These quote boards are still huge right now. But look at this. Eucalyptus, lots of eucalyptus. And these rugs are everywhere and they don't end. I literally scrolled until I couldn't scroll anymore, and they're just everywhere, these rugs. And I know several of our alphas make these. See some plaid pillows.
It's mostly all the same rug in different places.
Yeah, because
that's what's funny.
Because they bought it at Target.
Yeah, I know.
Here's some more of that gold accenting, eucalyptus. Here's some of that mustard color. We're seeing, let's see, here's some more of that velvet mustard. Here's some of that toffee brown on this sweater. Scrolling down, we're seeing some of that cranberry color, more gold accenting. Here's some more mustard. You can see the emerald. Can you see that velvet pillow right there with the emerald? Scrolling down. There's a little bit more gold accenting. So like I said, I'm noticing a lot of 70s decor is starting to emerge. Here's some more of that emerald on this shower curtain. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into culture over here.
Make sure the tab's switched. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Yep, it's switching. All right, we're in culture, scrolling down. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, we already sell these. Okay, so this is obviously like game day in terms of the Super Bowl. This page hasn't been updated, but what I noticed is a lot of the colors though. The emerald is translating over to kitchen. So you're starting to see these bright reds and greens, and even the backgrounds that they're using for the photos are following these color trends. Look at that. There's the cranberry. There's the emerald. There's the navy. So even if you're not creating particularly products in these colors, you could use these backgrounds to market products that you have. See, scrolling down, they've got a lot of leftover. Another color that is trending that I didn't really mention much because I haven't personally seen a lot of examples, but Pantone says that this hot pink right here is going to be trending spring and summer. I didn't mention that one because I personally couldn't find any examples of it on Pinterest. However, it might be something to take note of if you have been writing down those colors, that bright magenta shade. And I think the rest of them are leftover. Yeah, these are all from last year's trends. So let's hop over to Pinterest where I can kind of show you some of these colors in action. They're so pretty. All right, let me take a drink real quick.
Quetzal green is what
Quetzal, is that what it's? Yeah, Quetzal green. So here's some examples. And anytime you see one of these colors on Pinterest, you can always scroll down and see more examples of how that color could be used. But this one is huge in home decor. It's huge in jewelry. It's huge in fashion right now. I love these large spreads that kind of show all of the examples of how these colors could be used. But Quetzal green, Quetzal. Somebody type that into the chat for me. Quetzal green. And then there's another shade right here, which is a little bit more neutral, called Night Watch. So this one is a little bit darker. It's got more of a grayish tone to it, but these two colors are huge. We're seeing it in, here's those velvety pillows again. This is more of that terrarium green, and here is more of that emerald Quetzal green, whatever they are referring to it as. And here's an example of the terrarium moss. So I see this in home decor, but I'm mainly seeing it in fashion. Here's another really good example right here. So, and like I said, it's not being used in a kind of military chic way. I guess this jacket kind of is, but I'm noticing it more in kind of, I guess, hippie clothing is what you might call it.
Insensitive term.
Hippie clothing. I'm a hippie. What are you talking about? So this nice green color. And another thing that I'm noticing is the way that they are using some of these darker colors with soft neutrals. So Dusty Rose, that was trending last year, and Millennial Pink, these are going huge with these dark colors, which I don't really think they match all that well.
I don't think they match at all.
And then you can see that gold accenting again. But it's just another thing to consider, the way that you could mix and match products that you might already have.
Coral pink and emerald green. No, that does not.
Yeah, that's a really
lordy. I mean, if people like it, I guess.
That is a weird. Don't, Mr. Moore. You know how people get.
I know how people are.
You know how people get mad at you when you state your opinions about the colors of the year. Those are our most hated videos.
Man, if only they weren't just opinions.
So let's pop into the color of the year, which is coral. I told you Nike always gets in on the color trends, and they're already jumping on the color of the year with some Nike shoes. We see these colors are starting to mix again with the greens and the coral together. We also see the coral and the navy mixed together with a little bit of the gold accenting. And then you can even see that toffee brown used here. So these are all kind of going together. Here's some more gold accents on the shelf.
The coral and the blue I can kind of understand.
Especially one little accent.
Yeah, one little accent of pink. But when you're doing like a 50-50 split of pink and green, that's just strange.
Here's another palette of that living coral, just to kind of give you an example of how that all looks together. Here's another really cool example of some products and how you don't necessarily have to keep that color consistent with the exact tone. You'll notice that some of these items, see it says muted tones work too. So these are just muted versions of the bright color. We're seeing it in lamps, lots of home decor. All right, so the other color is the toffee, which is a nice, almost leathery brown. And I'm noticing it in home decor and in fashion for 2019. I'm also noticing it in weddings. I couldn't find a whole lot of examples. I did find it in these roses. And I think I might have one wedding picture, but I noticed it in a lot of Western style weddings too. We're seeing a lot more of those gold accents along with that nice navy blue and even some of that nice emerald color. Here is the aspen gold that we talked about. Very, very bright yellow. Super duper bright. Everything's very monochrome. Lots and lots of bright yellows this year. So, I mean, which is good for spring and summer, obviously. Here is the Fiesta Orange. I wasn't able to find a lot of examples of how this will be used yet, but this is another color this year. I just wasn't really able to find any actual examples of it used on products because it's such a new, color coming out for spring and summer, but it might be something to jump on early. Oh, here's the other muted shade of that nice
Sargasso Sea.
Sargasso Sea, which is that more classic navy color. So here's another, it's almost like a muted version of that brighter navy. Here is the Almond Buff, which is trending this winter. It's a nice cozy beige color, which I'm noticing it everywhere. This color is going to remain consistent for a while. It's been big for a while. Here's another nice color palette with the toffee tone to kind of give you an idea. It's a nice, rich, chocolatey color.
I just got a comment. Go up. No, go to the top.
What?
I love how a lot of the times they make runway models look like Mad Max characters. That's like my favorite when they just totally make their eyebrows black
when they
all
look
the way down to the eye.
Super duper angry.
Definitely looks like she's gonna hop in a hot rod and go on a killing spree.
So here is the Jester Red, which is also known as Cranberry. This is another one that we're noticing for winter, but I think it's probably going to last through spring. It's been big ever since our fall trends video came out. But I'm noticing it a lot in weddings for accent colors along with gold, which is really pretty. I actually really love these colors together. Here's another example. So if you do anything in weddings, be sure to keep this nice cranberry color in mind. Here it is in some decor, in shoes. And then we'll go ahead and look at some of these neutrals. I know that we talked about these a lot already in our last two videos, but since these neutrals have remained consistent, I do want to talk about them again. These nice grays, beiges, almost like a greenish gray, and some blue grays. So these are all still really popular. And that just was confirmed to me by the lady at the furniture store this week. And then lastly, I wanted to show you how these bright yellows and mustards are kind of going along with these nice blue colors as well. And we're noticing some of those navy accents and gold. So like I said, it's very 70s, like he said, almost like hotel lobby. We recently stayed at one of the nicest hotels in Ohio. It is the, what was it called? The Levesque Tower in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, it was all kind of fancy.
Yeah, and it's almost like they haven't updated the decor.
It's straight up like mid 80s, all gold and black. And
yeah, and a lot of these reminded me. So the last page that I want to show you guys is new stuff on firebox.com. This is kind of a fun, trendy site if you make more trendy, upbeat products. To find their trends section, you just go into new, which is right here. And you're going to see all of their newer kind of trending items. And obviously the bad words are still big. We've talked about that nonstop. Anything with bad words is going to be huge right now. I can't scroll too far because there are some products with male genitals that I don't want to get demonetized for. But if you want to go through and kind of scroll, you can notice a lot of these 90s trends that are coming back. Spyro, Gremlins,
different
colors.
Chia Pets, lots of friggin' Chia Pets.
Chia Pets. So if you want to go through here and kind of see what's trending, head over to firebox.com.
If you're a psychopath, you can get one of those pimple popper blocks.
Oh, so nasty. So nasty. Do you guys think that these are the nastiest things in the world? Because I can't even look at them. I think they're so nasty.
Unless you're clinically insane.
Oh, so nasty. So let's go ahead and stop screen sharing.
And
back to us.
Let me drag this screen over before it drives me nuts.
Mr. Meeseeks!
Look at me!
I got him a little Mr. Meeseeks for his desk for Christmas.
Let me scroll through, see if there's any questions.
All right, guys. So if you have any questions, go ahead and post those in the comments. That is all of the trends that I have for you today. Keep in mind, you do not have to use these trends just for products. You can use them in your advertising. You could just use them as backgrounds and backdrops for your products. Just be aware that people will be looking for these colors. So
I wonder if we could get away with matte silver or raw brass for jewelry. As long as it's tasteful, you can get away with pretty much anything when it comes to jewelry.
Absolutely.
90s Calvin Klein ads minus the black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mustard and gray. Yep. Mustard and gray is huge right now. Especially I'm noticing a lot of mustard and gray pillows and blankets.
So anywhere I can research specific kid trends, Target.
I recommend going to Target, going into nurseries and looking at their nursery trends. They'll give you different examples of like full nurseries and then what to buy. But what you can do is use some of those themes and apply them to kids universally, because if it's trending in babies, it's going to be trending everywhere. So go into babies, go into nurseries, and then look at the decor for nurseries. And that's going to translate over. The colors and themes will translate to kids in terms of, you know, room decor, toys, and shirts.
Yeah, a lot of people saying it got blurry once we started doing the screen share. It kind of does that, and refreshing, a lot of people are commenting. Refreshing usually helps with that. I don't know how it goofs with the connection when we switch to screen share, but it goes from using one input source to a different one. So most of the time, if you refresh, it'll get rid of that nastiness. Love the corals and greens. What?
I was making fun of you.
What are you making fun of me for?
Because you were getting all dorky, and I was just like,
shush it. That's why I'm here. Use Quetzal green, and I don't like navy. I get childhood trauma from it. LOL, Mad Max.
All right.
I'm just looking through for questions.
Cranberry and gold for a wedding. Really cool. Why don't you go ahead and scroll down to the bottom?
I'm just making sure there's no actual questions because there were like 60 comments.
Well, if any animals trending for
it's all
spring.
about the shades,
Any animals trending for spring and summer. Right now, I don't have any, you know, that are new, but I do suspect that mermaids and unicorns are probably going to stay big. I'm also noticing that otters are becoming popular as of recently. Foxes are always going to be big any time of year. But I haven't noticed any new animals. I did notice that Thai Beanie Babies, they're starting to put unicorn horns on lions and on owls. And I don't know if that's going to become a trend or if there's any rhyme or reason to why they're doing that, but I noticed it at Claire's that unicorn horns were appearing on lions and on owls. So that, don't take that to heart though, because I don't know. I just noticed it.
Somebody said teen color trends. I'm going to be honest, when it comes to teen stuff,
all these colors that we talked about,
teens are starting to be more fashionable, I guess.
And conscious of current trends.
Yeah, they're following the trends just about as much as adults. I mean, if you can take the current stuff and make it a little goofy on the female side, they usually like that.
And prom
the guys
dresses,
like the very clean cut, very clean.
Yeah, the neutrals.
Yeah, they're following the adult
and the
trends
navies.
pretty well.
The navies and the toffee might be good for men's. For females, you're going to notice a lot of these colors that we talked about today, the burgundy and even the coral. Those colors will usually translate to prom dresses too. So that might be something to consider as well.
Yeah. That's pretty much it for questions. I mean, we had people ask any new scents or essential oils still hot.
Essential oils will always be hot.
Especially with the self-care thing. A lot of people get into that with the essential oils.
Scents, I'm noticing that sage is big right now. Eucalyptus is big. Juniper is big. Cranberry is big. but these are all wintry scents.
Sage is pretty big.
Sage, yeah. So those are all very wintry scents that I've noticed. My best advice for scents is to pay very close attention to what Bath and Body Works is doing, because they usually are who you should keep an eye on in terms of scents. If there's any way that you can like maybe sign up for an email list and be aware when they release new scents, they are probably the most in-depth when it comes to trending scents.
K-pop in general is slowly rising. Yeah, it's kind of been on the upbeat for about the past 5 years. It catches on here and there and then it drops off. Here in Cali, the Korean boy band is huge. Yeah. If you're niche, would you add trends still? It depends on what market you're in, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said,
it says furniture artist. If you're in furniture, probably.
For furniture, yeah. I mean, it depends on what style of furniture you are, though. Like velvets right now are huge in furniture, that velvet fabric. But if you create, it will say, like, if, for example, you create minimalist furniture and you stick to like wood tones and wood colors and you go for a more natural vibe, don't impede on your branding just to follow a trend, because it might not be what your target audience wants. These are all just things to keep in mind, and you have to grab the small elements that appeal to you. So for example, if we were talking about that person who makes wooden furniture with natural wood, okay, maybe it wouldn't be a good idea for them to create something covered in velvet, but they might notice that legs on, we'll say like stools, that those legs are trending in gold as a small accent. So maybe they could add gold legs, or even just a gold metal like band or some rivets into their product, so that they have, you know, just little elements of the trends without just going overboard. Because if you tried to do all of these, you would just screw yourself over. It's too much. You have to grab onto these. And even like I said, if you created furniture and you were to stage it with some of the products, for example, maybe you don't sell pillows, you just sell, we'll say little, I don't know, little couches or something, but you were to put some of the trending colored pillows that aren't really included, but you're just using them as staged photos, that might be an idea.
Somebody said how to work horses into trends.
How to work horses into trends?
Yeah,
follow like are you selling products for horses?
It's Sandy.
Or do you just want horses on your products? Keep in mind that toffee color is really big, and I associate that color with like Western leather. I'm noticing that, you know, the leather, like the tassels hanging down, that's getting really big again. That was really, really big. And I would say the 70s and 80s and then 90s. Yeah, 70s, 80s, and 90s, it was off and on with the tassels hanging down on the sleeves. I think that things like that are kind of a good indication that the Western style overall is coming back. And you could even incorporate the coral with the toffee, and those could probably go together.
Yeah, you can make Rockstar Studios for the Southern theme kicking in.
Add a unicorn horn to the horse. There you go. Paint horses on items. I mean, Sandy, you gotta incorporate that the best that you can. I can't tell you how to do it for your particular products. It's just something you're gonna have to experiment with. Yeah. You know,
there's no telling if following trends with your products would even make any difference depending on your market.
Right, exactly. So maybe, I mean, you could even look at the fact that mugs are trending right now, and maybe paint horses on mugs. You know, there's a million ways to do it. We just can't tell you exactly how to do it for every market. We can only provide you with the information and kind of set you off to experiment with it.
Linda Sue, copper bronze beads can pass for a toffee shade. Maybe. I would go for matte.
Copper is in though. Copper's in by itself.
If you can get it as matte as possible, that would probably work best if you're trying to go for the toffee shade.
Yeah, but copper is in by itself.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's been for a couple of years now, kind of growing.
Trends won't always deliver for your business. Amber nailed that, because Amber, I mean, Amber sketches.
Yeah, there'd be no point in her trying.
Yeah, Amber sketches animal portraits. So these trends, you know, she could make maybe like the background where she makes her mock-ups of her products, like sitting. She could maybe do like a navy background, and that would be fine, or lay some eucalyptus next to one of her cards. But there's no way that she could incorporate these trends into her products. She would just have to find a way to stage her products in a way that kind of follows the colors and themes of these trends in her marketing as opposed to actually creating products around them. Let's see, sounds like witch chic is going to be very trendy with 90s, the craft looks. Would you agree? Yes. Witchy things, though, are always trending. But I do notice that 90s specific witchy trend is really big right now, but only if you're in that niche. So keep in mind that you have to kind of be already a part of that particular niche. If you throw it in and you don't normally do things like that, it might come off as weird. But I know that we have a really big Wiccan and Pagan Etsy community, like within the alphas. So this is a really great time for you guys to kind of jump on that if you sell within that niche. And keep in mind that the really like the traditional palm reading and the neon signs and all that, like the old school symbolism and things, those are really trending right now too. I didn't mention that because it's just such a small niche within, you know, a niche. There's not that many people that sell within it, but I know that it is really popular with our alphas, so that might be something to keep in mind. I really like the idea of using these trends for marketing. Anyone can do that in an affordable way. Yeah, scrapbook paper is going to be in these colors soon. So for spring and for summer, grab yourself a piece of coral scrapbook paper. Throw a piece of eucalyptus on it. You know, there's a million ways that you can do this and
sprinkle
stage
some
it.
Gold glitter on there.
Yeah, exactly.
And awkwardly put something emerald green on it to not make it match at all.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Trends are helpful for getting shared on Pinterest and for Instagram, but once you've got your own branding, the trends don't really matter.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Because I don't follow.
It works for anybody. You have your own colors.
Yeah, I don't follow these trends. Like the trends that I'm reading to you guys aren't my target market wouldn't be into it. I create fantasy themed key necklaces with dragons and things. There's no way that I can incorporate this into my niche, but my niche is already very established, so it doesn't really matter. But this is more for those of you when I say, hey, you know, this is trending in home decor. That's for everybody who makes home decor. Or, hey, this is trending in jewelry. Everybody who makes jewelry should be aware of it. Or, hey, this is trending in fashion. Everybody who makes clothing, accessories, you know, handbags should be aware of it. So grab onto the things that I tell you and make sure that you're applying them depending on what you make. Don't just run with everything, or once again, you'll just end up with way too many ideas.
Please don't ever do llama keys. Beth asked a question, but I think Amber answered that adequately.
Yeah, how do you use these colors in marketing without losing your own branding? Yeah, just sprinkle them in and don't make them everything. Don't let those crazy colors overtake your whole branding. And I would recommend using these colors more in lifestyle settings if possible, because lifestyle settings don't necessarily have to be branded, because you're showing how a product is used or a setting in which it would appear naturally. So if you're sprinkling in those colors, for example, like I said, if you make pillows, and your pillows don't necessarily follow these trends, you might still stage a pillow on maybe like the cozy theme. Maybe you'll throw in like a fuzzy blanket and some pillows and a little mug, and you make it all fit the nice neutral cozy theme, but your pillow might be a bright colorful product that stands out in this particular scene. So it doesn't necessarily take away from your branding. Just don't go overboard, and make sure that you're not only posting things in these colors. Like, you don't just want your entire Instagram feed to be straight coral photos. Sprinkle it in, you know, season with it. Come on, Starla Velvet Key.
Where to find scent trends? Walk through a scent aisle.
Bath and Body Works is the best place to find scent trends. So sign
Target's
up.
Pretty good for that too.
Target, yeah, their candles.
Their candles represent pretty well.
If you go,
I noticed a lot of tree smells.
Yeah, birch.
Enough. Yeah, birch is friggin' huge. Tobacco too. We got her candles for Christmas, and I'd say like a third of the candles were either birch or tobacco smelling. So that's a good place to check for sure. Yeah,
so target.com, just type in candles, see what scents come up. Hop over to Bath and Body Works, sign up for their email list, and maybe get some emails rolling in as they're releasing new products, so you know what's trending currently. Look at what scents that they have. Look at scents that they've used like maybe spring and summer last year, because most of those will be coming back.
Sam said leather is also a popular scent. Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah, a lot of masculine scents. I think that again goes into the self-care thing. I think more guys are starting to use stuff like candles and not feeling awkward
part of that self-care.
about it. Yeah, it really is.
Where's that candle I got you? What scent was it? I got him this
Where
one.
do I get birch? Trees usually.
I don't know where you're actually gonna get those scents. You have to find your own suppliers.
We're not in that market. No idea. I'd start with a tree though.
I got him this one that says "Hello, gorgeous." It's black and gold. What scent is this? Warm beechwood.
Yep.
And that smells really good. Beechwood smelled really good. What's beechwood? I don't even know.
I don't know. That was a real big
Maybe
one.
Twilight Woods type scents will come back. Oh yeah, Twilight Woods. That was like my favorite Bath and Body Works scent in terms of, you know, like their older, really popular smells. That one was probably my favorite, and that one was big more in late summer, autumn. I would say is when that one was really popular. Yeah. So maybe keep smells like that in mind. Those nice woodsy smells.
Somebody says I love to buy scents from Bulk Apothecary. Yeah, the company that I used to make vape juice, and one of the companies that I bought from actually is a scent maker first and foremost, and it's called the Apothecary's Apprentice, and they have everything.
Write that down, scent people.
The Apothecary's Apprentice. I don't know if they're still in business. I haven't used them in years, but they had some pretty good stuff.
Well, there you guys go. Write these down. All right, guys, do you have any last minute questions before we hop off? Because we need to clean our basement. Did you guys know that this is the basement? You guys didn't think that this was like our living room, did you? I hope that you know that this is the basement. It's a big basement. It's a spacious basement. I use Candle Science. So now you guys have two really great
networking
ideas.
Look at that
networking. Feel free to carry on these discussions over in the Handmade Alpha Facebook community if you need more recommendations. Spacement.
We are. It's going to have a lot more space soon. We're moving everything around, and we're going to move our desks like a foot from the wall, so we feel like it's roomy and comfy. It's going to be fun. Yep. We'll be closer to that soon, probably in the next 2 weeks when we do our live Q&As. We'll be like a foot closer to that.
It's gonna be cool, guys. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope that you enjoyed all of our trends. Be sure to check out Target.com, be sure to check out Firebox.com, and be sure to look up Pantone Trends 2019 on Pinterest. Also, down below, you're going to find a couple links. Handmade Alpha Facebook community. If you're not a member, be sure to join. It is free. Next up, the Handmade Alpha VIP list. Be sure to join that as well, so I can let you know when we go live and if I have any goodies for you. Handmade Alpha Academy students in, let's see, about 40 minutes, you guys will be receiving an email with me with a even more in-depth top secret trends report that one of our alphas was able to snag for us. That is a Handmade Alpha Academy exclusive though, because HAA students get all of the best goodies. So HAA students, be sure to watch your inbox because I have something really cool from Pantone for you. Other than that, guys, have an awesome, super... Oh, I thought that you were like trying to get my attention.
No, somebody said that CBD is also going to be huge this year. Yeah, careful with that, because our state, people were using CBD for a while because there's no get you high substances in it. Except our state made it completely illegal because they're about to pass their medical bills, and a lot of states are following suit. So if you're going to be doing that, make sure you put warnings that it's not legal in every state.
Yeah.
Because you can probably sell it online if you have a permit, maybe without one, but in a lot of states, they can't buy it. So just make sure you have very clear warnings on your product that it might be illegal for some.
Yeah, like a lot of brick and mortars that sold it got shut down in Ohio because it became illegal again.
Because our officials aren't very smart. But anyway, I digress.
All right, guys. We love you. Have an amazing weekend, and I will see you in the Facebook community. Bye.
Bye-bye.